You have no idea how extremely irritated I am right now. I just recorded an entire video and I never pressed record. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, buenos noches, whatever time you're watching this.
This is Sewing with Ace. This is officially my first video, and I've been wanting to make a video for a pretty long time, YouTube channel for a pretty long time. I just didn't really know where to get started, how to get started, and not really good with technology for the most part, so I really wasn't knowledgeable on how to go about this. But I just figured, hey, just jump in and go ahead and do it. Which brings me to what this first video will be about. Now, this page will have DIYs on it and Q&As and this, that, and the third, but mostly a DIY video to show you like simple things that you could get done within a couple hours at home. First video in particular, I basically wanted to bring some ministry to you and talk about, really discuss with you the biggest question that I always get asked, which is, did you go to school for designing and sewing? And my answer will always be,
No, I didn't.
I have no schooling whatsoever in this field that I have now been doing full time for the last 2 years. I have no experience in schooling with this. Really just walked by faith when it came to it. I went to school and I have a degree in medical assisting, and the path that I thought I was going to take.
I was going to go to college, become a medical assistant, graduate, go to work at a hospital as a medical assistant, and then go back to school for nursing and allow the hospital to pay for my school tuition to do my nursing.
I realized a couple months in, I didn't like my decision. I did not like being a medical assistant or what it was going to entail for me. But the way the school, I went to a technical school. So the way it was like you had your provisional period, and after your provisional period, if you stayed, you're stuck with the bill regardless. So I was stuck with $1,000 worth of tuition bills, and I couldn't put all of that on my parents and not come out with something that meant something. So I finished up, and it took a long time, like a struggle time. And the thing about not following your talent the way you're supposed to, God has a way of, like, he'll allow you to scratch your itch and let you do you for a second and make it heck for you. Make it a real struggle and trial for you. And you're sitting there like, why can't this go right? Don't get me wrong. There are, when you are following your God-given gift and whatever your purpose is in life, there is going to be trials. There is going to be tribulations and all types of things. There's going to be so many errors and so.
Don't tell me I'm Google, I know, and it's not we were close.
Things that you're like, dang, definitely could have did that better. But when it's something that you know is your purpose, you just brush it off, you learn from it, and you keep pushing, because you know that was only there to show you,
Hey bro, get your ish together. Hey bro, you probably shouldn't have did that. You knew you probably shouldn't have did that, but you did it, and now you know that it was the wrong idea.
so hard looking into this little eye thing here. Like, they need to make it like in the middle of the screen, like where your face is, or they need to allow you to like look at yourself, because it's much easier to do that instead of looking at a 1/2 centimeter eye on your tablet or camera or your phone or whatever. Like, it's just hard. It's gonna be a trip. But anyway, biggest message to everyone is pretty much follow that talent, especially if you're a spiritual person. A lot of times we get off track, feel disconnected from, the source and everything. And the easiest way to feel that connection again is to do what your purpose is in life, is to get up and get moving. Whenever you find that purpose, or whenever you're exercising your talent, you find the source of the being that gave you your talent. It allows you to get closer to him, because it's like it's like sharing something with a parent that y'all have a bond over. It's like cooking in the kitchen with your mom, and it's, you know, it's fun. It gives you that connection with your mom that other people may not understand. Other people may not understand why you enjoy that so much. Like, it's just cooking. It's cooking with my mom. You know what I'm saying? They may not understand why you go home just to watch the football game like with your father. It's like, this is something that we do. You know what I'm saying? It's a connection that we have. It's the same thing with your talent and your connection with God. It's like, this is how I can relate to him. This is how I can connect to him, because he put a piece of his self, he put a piece of his talent and gave that to me. So I find my talent, and when I found my talent, I found him. And it allowed me to be so much more spiritual in everything that I did. Like, my attitude, I used to be very purr-snippety. Like, I'm such a calmer person now because I know that I have a mission. Everything, I'm looking at the bigger picture. Everything is a bigger picture. Everything's going to be trials. That's fine, whatever. But we have to worry about the bigger picture. The bigger picture is the mission that we're on. The bigger picture is giving service. Every talent that we have is a service to someone else. Every talent that we have, whether you're a singer, you're a dancer, you're doing it for the crowd, or a doctor, you're doing that as a service. A nurse, you're doing it as a service. A painter, you're doing it as a service. And it serves you while it serves the other person. It fulfills a part in you that it's like, you have to do this. I'm sewing in my dreams. Never have I once ever inside of my dreams draw blood out of a patient. Like, that was not inside my dreams. To this day, people will ask me to make a particular thing, and it's so crazy. People will ask me to make something, and I promise to God, no idea half of the time how I'm going to make something. I didn't go to school for this. Look at the picture, I'll study it, and a lot of times I'll just go to sleep on it. Think about it before I go to sleep. In my dreams, it will be me sewing it. And I'm like, oh, that's how I'm supposed to get it done. And I'll wake up and I'll get to work. You know, you take those steps towards God, and he's going to take them so many more to you. He's going to open up doors for you that you didn't even know were doors. Grant you things that you didn't even know was an option to have. Just put that leap of faith. Don't worry about if you don't have all the money in the world. The most successful people started with zero in their pocket. Started with nothing. They came from the gutter and they put in their 10,000 hours, and you have Jay-Z. They put in them 10,000 hours and you have Minister Farrakhan. Like, this is what it's about. It's about finding that talent, finding your niche.
Or niche. I've heard it so many ways.
Putting in that time, allowing God to work through you, and just see his manifestation. Just test him. There's no problem with testing God, seeing what he's going to do. How?
Okay, I put myself out there. What am I gonna do now? What's the next step?
And you'll see that he's just going to put the stair in front of you. All praises due to God.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
Like this video, if you didn't like this video, still share, comment below some things that you would like to see a part of this channel. Leave my social medias right here. You can message me, maybe some pictures that you seen. Keep it modest, keep it cute. Maybe some pictures that you've seen that you may want me to finesse and make it modest, or a modest picture that you've already seen and you want it in a different material, or just want to see how you can make it, and see how simple it is to maybe put something together that may look difficult in the picture, but it's really not that difficult in real life. And you could sew with me. You could be sewing with Ace. You could follow my video and do it while I'm doing it.